Well, on the phone line, we have the Vice President-elect Kamala Harris.
Mr. Parr.
Vice President-elect Kamala Harris, good morning. First of all, if I haven't told you, I just want to say congratulations, and it is such an honor to be able to talk to you.
Oh, thank you, Russ Parr. That means so much coming from you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Well, let me just say, it was a group effort to get where we are today.
Absolutely.
And it was a lot of folks who worked really hard and stood in lines and took the time. And it was really extraordinary.
Absolutely.
Extraordinary.
Well, I think what you're doing right now is truly extraordinary. I noticed you took the vaccine last week. And the big problem, obviously, is that a lot of folks that kind of look like me and you are listening to all this misinformation. I talk to listeners every day. There's a fear of taking this vaccine. And I am so glad that you rolled up your sleeve and used yourself as an example.
Thank you. It's important for people to realize that, one, you have to get the vaccine. Like, we know the history with that stuff, and we always have to speak truth about that. But on this vaccine, look, Black folks are dying all over our country at far greater rates than most others, are contracting the disease at far greater rates. Black small businesses going out of business at far greater rates. The impact of this virus, this COVID virus on the Black community has been profound. And we now have a vaccine that was one of the leaders in creating it was a Black woman. And it will save lives. It will save the life of the person who gets the vaccine. It will save the life of the family and the community. When we say we will stand in line when it is our turn, we're going to get that vaccine because the scientists created it, the scientists approved the distribution of it, and taking care of ourselves.
I have to ask you, President-elect Biden said that, well, we should give the outgoing administration a little bit of credit for Operation Warp Speed. And Operation Warp Speed was effective because the scientists jumped on it and they did their part. But I'm wondering, do they have a plan for distribution? Because I see no plan. And what will your administration do January 21st to implement a plan that's going to get needles in people's arms?
You hit it on the head, Russ. Listen, the Trump administration plan to distribute the vaccines is falling far behind where they said it would be and where it should be. They said they would have 20 million by the end of the year, and there's only been just a little over 2 million in terms of the vaccination. They are falling behind, and it's going to, look, I'm always going to talk straight with everybody. It will probably get worse before it gets better, right? We come in office in 3 weeks where there has been no meaningful plan by the Trump administration to really deal with the distribution, right? States and local governments are being left to their own devices to figure out how the distribution will occur. And so, the President-elect Biden and I are going to come in with a plan to support all of that. But we're going to come in with an intention to use the Defense Production Act in a way that we can make vaccine production happen in a faster way and show that vaccines are safe. We're going to remind people you need to wear a mask.
Yes.
Nobody likes to wear a mask. I don't like wearing masks at all. But it is about love thy neighbor and love thyself.
With so many lives on the line, it's just been so disheartening seeing that the current administration has been hand-tying you guys, keeping you from hitting the floor running with information about the vaccine rollout. It's troubling.
That's why in about 3 weeks, they're about to be out of office. Because the people have spoken.
Yes,
no
ma'am.
Matter how much they're trying to suppress those voices, the people have spoken. But you're right. They lost, and therefore we as a country lost so much ground, and we're going to have to, and they're leaving. Yeah, we're going to have to catch up. And but each day, lives are on the line, right? And so I am worried about that. But when we get in there, we're gonna move quickly. we're going to need the support of Congress and to do everything that we want to do, which is about getting the vaccine distributed to everybody in an equitable way.
Yep.
It's going to be about opening back up small businesses. It's going to be about getting our kids back in school. All of these things are priorities.
Once again, Vice President-elect Kamala Harris, it's been a pleasure talking with you, and thank you for being a leading example by rolling up your own sleeve. And we'll check back with you, see how you're feeling. But I want you to have a happy new year. I know I'm happy that you're going to be where you're supposed to be, and that's up in the White House.
It's so good to talk with you. And
Same
happy
here.
New Year.
Same
okay,
here.
Thank you.